Meanwhile, in news from Gilead, we're also going to be going live tonight to the governor of Massachusetts, Maura Healey. Maura Healey has just made a dramatic announcement in Massachusetts about what her state is doing, what her state government is doing in response to the radical turn that the American political right has just taken on abortion. And I don't use the phrase radical turn there lightly or loosely. I mean it really specifically and in a considered way. As an example to support my choice of that phrase, I submit to you some of the current headlines right now in the great state of Iowa. Look at this. Des Moines Register. Iowa stops paying for rape victims, morning after pills, and abortions. This is an actual headline from an actual American state that has actual American women living in it. Until now, if a woman, God forbid, was raped in the state of Iowa, and she came forward to the police to report that she had been raped, the law enforcement process would kick in, and she would be provided a medical examination without cost to her, and care for her injuries, and care for other potential consequences of her sexual assault, including preventive care for any sexually transmitted diseases, also emergency contraception to prevent any pregnancy occurring as a result of the rape. Until recently, that was the standard. Well, Iowa now has a new Republican Attorney General. And under Republican rule in Iowa, the state has decided they will no longer give you emergency contraception in this circumstance. Because as far as Republicans are concerned in Iowa, it's apparently their preference that you be forced to bear the rapist's baby now. And this goes beyond even abortion. I mean, this new Iowa policy under the Republican Attorney General is not only that a rape victim will no longer be provided an abortion if she is impregnated in the course of a rape, she will also not be provided emergency contraception. Think about that for a second. I mean, emergency contraception is not abortion. Emergency contraception literally prevents a pregnancy from occurring if taken in the immediate aftermath of intercourse, including, in this instance, rape. So for rape victims specifically, the fact that you have Republican governance in your state, that means that as of now, the state no longer wants to prevent a pregnancy from occurring as the result of rape. They want you to be forced to bear the pregnancy and the child against your will after you have been raped, even though it is within their power to stop that. And before this policy change, the state regularly took steps to stop it. They are going to change that policy because they'd rather you bear that pregnancy and the rapist's baby against your will. And it is the choice of Republicans in state government to insist upon that for you, despite what you want after you have been raped. Iowa, a red state where still, as a red state, 61% of the public wants abortion to be legal in some or all cases. Not only has the Republican government there now criminalized abortion, they are going after contraception and specifically targeting rape victims to start the targeting of contraception. You cannot abort a pregnancy once it happens, even if it happens as a result of rape. The state will no longer assist you with that as a rape victim, nor can you prevent a pregnancy from occurring by using emergency contraception. The state will no longer help you with that either. And this, again, is not just something broad that they're doing for the whole, they're specifically targeting rape victims. So like I said, the phrase radical turn here is a considered phrase. I do not use it lightly.